morning, friends, and welcome to another edition with Bradford. This is a special series we do every Thursday. It's called Unlock Brand with Bradford. Bradford is a licensing agency. It is a 30-year-old company started way back in New York, and we now operate in New York, London, and India. India also, Bradford started operations about 13 years back, and with the idea of bringing a lot of global IPs to India. And soon we realized that India is a very large country and has a potential to produce a lot of homegrown IPs. So today we are pretty much 50% split, 50% global IPs, iconic corporate trademarks, character brands, fashion brands, which we bring to India. And on the 50% side, we're working with a lot of homegrown IPs. And I feel that this equation might change as we go along. And as the consumer is changing and consumer is accepting a lot of homegrown brands, which is I think from a government of India to everybody else is really talking about. And we also have great companies who are constantly working on creating some good homegrown IPs, which can not only be useful for India, but also can travel globally. So we have one such IP today and a very special guest, Mr. Suraj Raheja. He's a director at Media Fusion, and he built a character called Apu the Elephant, which is very, very popular among the kids and very popular as a character, and also a movie which is going to be scheduled to release in 2021. So we'll start with Mr. Raheja's background and also a little bit presentation on how the evolution of the character has been done. And so over to you, Mr. Raheja, to start with your little bit background about you, where it's all started with you, and then maybe with the character.
Thank you, Mr. Gaurav, for having me for this chat. So my name is Suraj Raheja, and this company, Media Fusion, was formed in the year of 1994. And my brother Sanjay Raheja, who was instrumental in forming this company, I joined in a little later. So he was the one who developed this character, Apu, and this brand called Apu Series. So
it's a long journey. It's almost a 26-year-old journey to really think through that how a brand would still be so relevant and so fresh. So, and would you like to go through a little bit of a presentation on taking us through the whole journey of the brand?
Yeah, please. Vatsal, if you can show us the PPT. So this is our brand. Apu. So now he was born with a on a special night with 2 moons, and he had a magical powers, and with 3 dots on his forehead, and when it grows, can we go back? Yeah. When it glows, the magic happens. So this was the TV series which we formed in the year 2012, around 2012. So the next slide, please. So this character Apu wants the children to learn in a very entertaining and different way, and making the learning much more fun. So it was born about 20 years ago, and we started with CD-ROMs. It's not just rhymes. We were into learning activities, a lot of other CD-ROMs. Then we expanded into books, again stories, coloring activities, educational books. Then we went into DVD and VCDs. And then the big one was going into YouTube. So that was a big transformation once we got into YouTube, wherein the fan following, everything increased way lots. So Apu is face of our children animation learning platform, which is Apu Series. So we have over 1 billion people watched our content till now, and it's still growing, and 1 million subscribers to our channel, Apu. So the content is entertaining, easy to understand, and foster creativity. So we have the largest collection of animated rhymes in English. We have about 1,000+ rhymes and songs, which are original also, apart from being public domain rhymes. And these are all animated and entertaining with a lot of very good music. So we have a very extensive library of videos, which has rhymes, original songs, stories, DIYs, arts and crafts, brain teasers, preschool learning, and many, many more. So we have this in multilingual platforms in different channels. The next slide, please. So these are the channels what we have. We have English, Hindi, Bengali, Gujarati, Marathi, Tamil, Telugu, Kannada, Sindhi, and something called Academy, which teaches you syllabus-oriented videos. As we had so many videos, the TV series, we moved on to a platform on TV, and Google has been very instrumental in creating this IP for us. And we have a lot of videos on 4K, which is Ultra HD. So we were the only company which was free to view on YouTube, and Pogo channel bought this content, the TV series Apu the Yogic Elephant. This has about 52 episodes into 11 minutes each. And to name a few, it was festivals. It teaches you a lot of things, this TV show. It has about festivals, moral stories, STEM, preschool, to name a few. So this is about what the TV series is about. It's basically he was a carefree elephant who had a lot of issues after his mother died, and how he met Apu, Nina, and Tiger uh, after his parents had expired. So it takes you to all the journeys and how they together do things magically and stuff. So these are my other partners. The next slide. So these are our OTT partners apart from YouTube: Jio, Tata Sky, YouTube Kids, Airtel, Dailymotion, Moj, with Amazon Prime, and we're still growing into an OTT platforms, different kinds. So this is again a unique product what we created. These are smart scannable products, Apu merchandise. Basically, if you scan any of these products, it takes you to, if you scan through a device, it takes you to a learning page where a kid can learn or build a toy or do a lot of activities. So a child is always, it's built with an AR technology. So basically, if you scan a T-shirt like this T-shirt, which is called Namma Apu, that means my Apu. So when you scan this T-shirt through your device, it takes you to Kannada nursery rhymes. So a child can have unlimited rhymes to look at once you scan this T-shirt. And it's available in Amazon, Flipkart, and stuff. So next slide. We have this mascot, which we take every twice a month to different areas like malls, parks, a lot of events, exhibitions, wherein kids really enjoy this character and they relate to Apu. And we give a lot of goodies and freebies to them, which they really appreciate this. So I connect with my fans. through these platforms. So this is the movie which we're going to release by 2021 summer. So can we have a gist of this movie? It has a very strong message about coaching. So we have a teaser. Vatsal, if you can play the teaser. It's in Hindi language.
मैं अपने पापा की तलाश में आया हूँ।
That's the episode. That's the movie. What is going to be released?
Very nice. I think it's a powerful trailer, and I think it passes the message. And the movie would be a big change in the way it would be perceived. So it's a long journey. It's a journey from launching products, the edutainment, then a channel of YouTube, and then a lot of engagement through social media and things of that nature. And this, when you started, this was all thought through, or it just kept evolving as we go along, and this is what
yeah, it just kept falling into place.
Yeah, it's a very long journey, because a lot of people don't know that there is very few handpicked characters which would have done 3 decades and continue to move with the audience and still remain relevant. And that's my next question to you. How do you think that how difficult it is to be relevant when you are already a brand which has been, say, 27, 28 years old, and be still relevant to the the value system, and continue to bring your audience at the same level and engage them in different mediums, how it is changing? And that's one question. The second question is also how difficult it is to now, with so much of content available, to really get the time share from the kids, and especially with these global companies throwing a lot of content, a lot of better technology, better production capabilities, and things of that nature. How difficult it is for a Indian content company to really be so relevant?
See, basically, when we develop content, we have a lot of thought process which goes in. So we have to be one up with the market. So we do a lot of original songs, original videos, which nobody has it. So every OTT platform requires something new, not the same stereotype videos. And Appu makes everything fun way of learning, entertaining learning. So a child is very happy learning this kind of concept through this concept, and parents are very happy because kids are engaged doing some productivity through our videos. And again, as I said, we want to innovate something new. So we got this merchandise of Appu, which has technology, AR technology built in, wherein as you scan, which is something unique. Nobody's done it in India, I would say. So these are some
very engagement and also learning. So edutainment becomes a very part of the whole structure.
So there are very few brands, I would say, which do fun learning activities for children.
Absolutely, and then none. And I think more you are able to engage and more value add in the child development, I think the engagement is more much solid and much deeper in that sense.
Yeah.
In so, how does it the whole licensing is faring for you now? And especially another thing which I want to really ask is that this whole Hindi power is very big, and now the content and the going to markets where Hindi relevant content is now more accepted and much wider. Earlier, Hindi was not looked at as the same perspective. So, how big is that industry now?
Oh,
How big is that size from a size viewpoint?
so Hindi has really taken over our after English. The second most watched videos of ours is Hindi. Then comes that's on YouTube I'm talking about, and a lot of these OTT platforms are today buying Hindi content, and not only Hindi. I would say a lot of South Indian languages as well, like Telugu, Tamil, Malayalam, Kannada. These are doing very well on YouTube as well as OTT platforms. So, this episode, what we have created on TV and on YouTube, uh, this is available in Hindi, Tamil, and Telugu languages, apart from English.
That's very useful because that there is a much larger connect, and it's also all target groups now. It's not that earlier it was a big differentiation in terms of who was watching English content and who was watching entire thing. Now it's become very close. Even the parents are encouraging kids to be closer to their vernacular languages and understand those languages and so on and so forth. Actually, teaching Hindi is also now become an important aspect for people to really do that. Even the topmost A schools are encouraging kids to get familiar with the languages, local languages, and do that. So it's a big shift which is happening. So what is happening on the because while you have done a lot of products across board and now actively looking at a licensing program. So how's the licensing program thought through, in terms of what you're looking at and how you want to really evolve and which other kind of categories which would come very close to your what I call the go-to-market strategy.
See, Apu's very highly entertaining and inspiring character, which is lovable. And since it's famous and it has a huge fan following all over the world. And again, I said the merchandise is unique with technology built in. So, and the feature film, which is going to come in summer 2021. So all these aspects put together, I think the licensing platform looks really promising.
Absolutely, and especially the movie coming in the next summer, I think the program would make sense to be really decided and done by January, so that you have 2 to 3 months before you, especially if you're doing fashion or doing something else in the spring summer, the collections are out, so you're able to maximize as the movie comes in. And this is one of the mistakes a lot of licensees do. They come very close to the movie release, and their window to maximize is very small. And if a well thought through program is there, then I think it should be February, March. You should have the merchandise coming in the market, so that you're able to really get through a little bit of a pre-momentum, pre-movie momentum, and then a lot of activations around the movie in different parts and different typing. Say a big retailer comes in, they can use those programs like a Shopper Stop can then do a lot of activations within their structures with the movie coming around the corner, and then you really get that thirst when the movie is around, and then you pull it for another 2 to 3 months, and sometimes the program really lasts much longer because its character is very universal. It's not really something which is based on a particular movie itself. It has a very long history, so even it can have a very long program been developed. So I think it's a very good timing viewpoint, and that's why we really requested you to come down and Bradford can present to potential licensees who are now looking to develop the program. Any categories which we want to really talk about, which would be the few on the ones on the checklist for you to really look at to begin with?
See, we already have few merchandise which are into. We have this stuffed toy called Apu the Yogic Elephant toy, which has a built-in 30 minutes of rhymes in it. So this is
Okay.
unique, which nobody has done it. So and all our T-shirts are smart scannable product. So a child would really want to wear it and try and show off to other kids with scan the image and it takes you to some video which teaches a child. So probably a water bottle. Again, when you scan the water bottle, it takes you to videos on how to use the water without, how to use without wasting the water. And the lunch boxes. When you scan the lunch box, it takes you to songs on food and fruits and stuff.
Yeah, so it's very entertainment. I can clearly see there is a lot of companies, especially in Asia, have done extremely well, and they've created $500 million. There was a Japanese company which has created a $500 million business through entertainment. So everything really reflects on learning in science, learning in maths, and a lot of other things, and which is much lasting, and the products are create a much bigger reflection and a loyalty and usage which continues to happen. So much more engagement, a much deeper engagement. So Vatsal, over to you for a few of your questions for Mr. Heja.
Thank you so much, Mr. Suresh, for joining us today. That's really wonderful to have you today at the session. We were actually looking forward very keenly to have Appu to come on board and speak about the kind of journey that you have been coming through. So, a couple of things I would like to understand coming from the animation and content background. Okay, what are your views, Mr. Suraj, when it comes to the merchandising, the designing, and how you have thought of creating the entire segment of merchandise in terms of licensing?
See, we first started with the style guide. So we got this character and we created a style guide, and then now we are ready with the style guide, and we wanted something different again in terms of merchandise, because everything is available in all characters. You have Disney character, you have a lot of other characters and Indian characters as well. So how will it make it different for us? So that's what we started with AR app based concept. So the market really, and we've been selling this product locally as well as through your web app, web-based portals. So now, and it's really well appreciated in market. So now we're looking at to partner with some bigger companies who will take over this product and distribute it through their network.
So coming with this, so the way you have actually merged the technology and the merchandise, that's really amazing. But I would also like to understand, is there any limitations also to it? Because maybe I won't perceive that merchandise or a T-shirt, my kids to actually scan that, and so don't you think that there is some limitations also to kind of that app-based merchandise that you're doing?
See, limitation in the sense, if a child doesn't want to scan it, it becomes a normal merchandise by itself. So, limitation happens only when you want to limit your child. But with this lockdown today, every child has got a laptop or a device to go online and study in school. So there's no question today of a child getting less time for themselves on a phone. Everyone has to give the phone to the child, and the child can learn. That's the best part of this app.
Great. So moving ahead, have you have any plans of coming up with other characters as well, or you gonna keep Yogi the elephant or the Appu as the main character, or any sub characters are also there which you have planned to bring them further? Maybe some new animals which you can maybe some like elephant you have already brought in, maybe some new animals that you have thought of that. Okay, fine, let's bring a cat or something which again going to be the sub characters of the entire Apu series, or how you have planned to create this into a bigger content and bigger picture.
So in this TV series, what we've released, we have three characters. That is, Apu is the elephant, Nina is a girl, an 8-year-old girl, and Tiger, which is a dog. So these three characters are also in the movie. These are the prime characters. Around that, there are a lot of other characters like monkey, there is giraffe, there is tiger. There are a lot of characters in the TV series. So once we decide that somebody wants this character, then we'll have to we are open to licensing any of these characters.
Yeah, but I think the story really revolves on the hero. Hero is
Yeah,
Apu, and I think
it was
Apu itself is a something which can be told over and over again in different mediums, different structures, and that's where we have realized and I think people try to do that. They're good by the time Apu is there. So the hero is a key element of that, and I personally feel that there is much more unlock value still available in Apu itself, that you don't have to really worry about bringing that thing. Anything which fits into the larger canvas of Apu, that's fine, but and that's something mistake do. If you are a character company, then you have to stay with the character. If you are a studio, then you are just a production house. You need to continue to create new and new talent, content. So there is a difference between these two, and sometimes people do mistake and they shift from being a IP company to becoming a studio, and become a production house. They continue to really produce, and this is we have done with some of the mature IP companies also. They do mistake by becoming a. It's always a temptation that, look, can I make more characters and things like that, and doesn't make sense. And if you go and see their revenues also, I mean, look at Disney, look at Warner, look at these companies. Even if their history of 100 years, they have not really, they don't rush into bringing new and things. They keep their iconics always live and always very strong to them. And they, if you go and see their revenues, you still find that 70-80% would come from their iconics. And these iconics are generational brands. These are brands which are there for so many years.
And Apu has a global appeal also from around the
I
world.
absolutely, I feel that you have all three to be unlocked at this stage. There is a much bigger audience within markets, international new markets to be developed, and also the implementation at various platforms. It can move from just a merchandise extensions, brand extensions, hybrid models. You can create entertainment zones. You can create smaller theme stores. You can create even a preschool kind of learning centers. So there is enough and more to be done in the Apu itself, and it is much a large. You can create edutainment zones where you can have maybe a 2,000, 3,000 square feet format in a mall, where kids can come and have a little bit of a wildlife kind of understanding, edutainment, and where Apu is a still very strong character which can integrate between their learning edutainment. So I think edutainment itself is not touched in India, and from both from a content viewpoint, from environments viewpoint, I think we were able to marry these two together, then there is a much bigger opportunity.
Yes, I agree with you.
Yeah. Any few questions which Vatsal you have?
Yeah, so from the global appeal that you have been talking about, so I would like to have a more understanding in how globally that you have plans to, take that character into the regions, or you have any specific territories or regions that you have thought of that, let's start with maybe Asia Pacific, or maybe the US markets, or maybe the European markets. So have you thought of any the kind of the base that you have? So have you segregated the markets of the territories from the global perspective?
See, right now, we've not segregated any market as yet. We are looking at Indian market. Uh, the as per YouTube analytics, the most viewed the episodes of Apu the Yogic Elephant is US, and second is India. So the fan following is much higher in US than in India, I would say. But through moving these mascots around in different places, we are trying to connect a child who has not even seen Apu yet, many a times. But many a times people come and say, we've seen this on YouTube or on Pogo. So that really builds your brand.
Yep.
So coming to the licensing, now we have initiated the entire licensing program for Apu series. So I would like to also understand what are the 2, 3 parameters that you have in your mind that should actually build up the entire, or I would say, which helps to build up a successful licensing partnership, or which actually makes a good contracts with the licensee partners. So what are the 3, 4 parameters that you actually feel that should be there with the licensee in terms of the understanding, in terms of the product expertise, in terms of a couple of things I would like to have your thoughts from your side.
So basically, since we already have created merchandise, that is, we have t-shirts, we have the stuffed toy, the 30 minutes of music, we have books, we have craft, that is DIY stuff. So already the market is good. So as I said earlier, the distribution has to be better.
Yep.
So once the distribution, a licensee who is into distribution, if he takes the character licensing, so the sky is the limit.
Absolutely. And I completely go with you. The only 2 qualifying points for us at Bradford is we look at creativity, because sometimes people don't have enough creativity to understand how to evolve a licensing program and how to really create products around it and things like that. And creativity would bring innovation, it brings quality, it brings a lot of other things today. So that's very important part of it. And second, which is I think absolutely qualifying point for us is distribution. Because the only reason why you're taking this is that you have a distribution and you want to ride on that distribution. So a lot of the mistakes companies do is give it to people who have no inherent distribution. And if they don't have inherent distribution, even take the best of the brand, they're not able to do justice. And that's where the real value comes in. Why people love partnering with H&M and people like large Amazon, and why on that? Because of fundamental distribution. Sometimes these companies lack creativity. H&M is good in creativity, but I think the digital platforms, there's Amazons and likes of them, because they have wide distribution, but they lack creativity. So if you are able to marry these 2 things together, you're able to get somebody who has a strong amount of creativity and also a strong distribution, then that becomes a best licensing program. Any last questions you have, Vatsal, before we really come down to our end of the session?
Oh, so, yeah. So one more thing. Last, I would like to understand, Mr. Suraj, okay. While getting into licensing, what are the key things are there which should be, because as Gaurav said, actually mentioned that retail distribution is something which has to be very, very strong, because that's what actually uh, defines the business. Because when we talk about the royalties, when we talk about the minimum guarantees, when we talk about the business plans, so this is where actually the definition comes in terms of the distribution the partner has. Okay. Any other thing which you think that should be also considered while uh, 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 closing a contract, or signing a partner with uh, you know any other thing which you really feel that should also be there with the partner?
The licensee is the sole decider actually for this. He has to like the character. He likes to. He should like what the message Apu the elephant is telling a child. So once the licensee knows about this, then the, again he can take this up in a different level altogether.
Absolutely. I believe that vision has to be very clear in terms of what the brand is all about, what the character is all about, what the message the character is coming up with. Okay. That unless and until he doesn't fits into the shoes or the vision that you have, okay, it won't be that successful venture, because the licensee has to have in mind that it's just not going to be a revenue earner for him, but it's also going to be a long-term venture for him. That's what the business segment that he's getting into. So that's where he creates the entire portfolio. He puts up his minds, best of the brains, to develop the, even if it's a T-shirt, even if it's a, lunch boxes, or the way you have actually, indicated that app thing, or the technology. So this is where the licensee takes that extra mile in terms of developing the entire merchandise for the brand. So that's something is again a very important thing. So I think that's really wonderful, Mr. Suraj. That was amazing, and we really look forward to have amazing categories in place with the Appu series, and we are actually looking forward to have the movie also very soon. So I think we are very aptly setting at the right time to start off the entire category extensions and merchandise plan for Appu. So that's it.
Any last comments, Surajji? Anything which you want to really tell to our audience, and before we wrap up the session?
I think that's about it. Hopefully, everyone goes and watches the movie when it releases.
Sure. We'll do a quick promotion with you,
Yeah.
and we'll make sure that maximum people watch in the ecosystem, not only with Bradford but overall at a Franchise India group. We're all excited for a great partnership with you, and we look forward for a great journey and continue to see the Appu the elephant really going all over, and very proud of this, because particularly for me, and I have a kind of a personal mission to really see that our Indian IPs really become global, and that's where the real value comes in. Well, we've historically been bringing international brands and IPs to India, which is fine, but I think we should all, as a large country, see that we have more capabilities to take things abroad. So thank you very much. Thanks for your time today. We really appreciate, and thank you, friends, and for us joining us. Every Thursday, we bring in a new IP. We talk about what are the best practices in licensing. And if you have any questions for us, please reach out to me or Vatsal. Vatsal would put his email ID on the chat box. And if you have anything to do with licensing, or you want to have any interest on partnering with Appu the Elephant, please reach out to us, and we'll be more than happy to set up a call with Surajji for a further discussion.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Take care.
Thank you so much, Mr. Suresh. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.